Hello, Nona here. On my channel, Nona's here. Welcome. If you've been here before, I'm so glad you came back. If this is your first time here, welcome. Today I'm going to do an Easter DIY. I'm going to use this large egg that I got. Everything's from Dollar Tree. It's real cute, but I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to paint it with this Waverly chalk paint in Fern. And then I have this real cute wooden Easter bunny. It's quite large. And I'm going to paint it pink with this folk art home decor chalk in vintage Victorian. And then I am going to take some wooden letters from Dollar Tree and I'm going to paint them in a darker pink. And by the way, I was at Walmart yesterday picking up some random things and I checked out their craft section and they have wooden letters 60 for $3, which is a better deal than Dollar Tree, which is 26 for $1. And at Walmart, when you get 60, that's better than Dollar Tree, 26 for $1, because at Dollar Tree, you only get one of each letter of the alphabet. And so I'm going through the Dollar Tree ones like crazy because you only get one I, one O, and all that kind of good stuff. So next time at Walmart, I'm going to pick up a couple of their packages. Also, I have some reindeer moss. It makes a mess, but I like it. I have a white pom-pom to use for the bunny tail. I have some little carrots from Dollar Tree. You get 6 for $1. I have some Easter eggs. Don't know whether I'm going to use them or not. You know I always have more than what I use. I have my glue gun, my trusty glue gun. Okay, I have some chalk in vintage teal, which I may use for the letters. I also have some sage blossom folk art home decor chalk, which maybe I'll use for the letters, don't know yet. I have this real cute Easter egg wired ribbon from Dollar Tree, which I may use. I've got a bunch of paint brushes, and I think that's about it. I do have, this is not a Nona original, but I saw someone put their large painting things on an old covered cookie sheet, so that when you have to move your stuff, you can just pick up the cookie sheet and move it to dry. So, and I thought, you know, that's a darn good idea. So I've got this covered, and now I'm using parchment paper to paint on because it doesn't stick like the aluminum foil, which I was using before, does. So now I'm using parchment paper. I've covered my old cookie sheet with it, and that way when I want to move it to let it dry, I can move it easier than when it's on the flat paper. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I'm starting with my Fern Waverly chalk paint and get started. Only giving it one coat because chalk paint really covers well. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I sure hope you'll consider hitting that subscribe button. You know I post every Tuesday and Saturday. So please, if you haven't subscribed yet, I wish you'd hit that subscribe button. Oh, now I'm going to paint the bunny with I got to fill in that little hole up at the top with some spackling. Now I'm going to paint the bunny with my pink chalk paint, only again giving it one coat to cover it. Also, if you like my videos, I'd like it if you'd give me a like, comment, and share. I'm going to leave the string on the egg because I'm hoping I can use that to hang it up. Now I'm going to cover the egg with the reindeer moss. Now I know it makes a mess, but I like reindeer moss and I'm willing to pick up all the scraps and clean it up afterwards. So I'm putting quite a bit of hot glue on it. I can tell you I used about a whole package and a half of reindeer moss on this egg. I did put it on quite thick, and I used 4 large sticks of hot glue to cover the egg. So I'm going to cover the egg with the reindeer moss, and I'm using my acrylic applicator there for cream. There, it's all covered. For cream facial cream that you get in the makeup aisle at Dollar Tree to push down the moss. Now, this is not a Nona original, but I've seen several YouTubers do this, that after you put the moss on, to spray it well with hairspray. And supposedly this is going to help it keep from shedding. So you can use any hairspray. So I'm spraying my reindeer moss with hairspray in hopes that it will not shed. All right, next, you can see there that I have painted my letters, and I did use the teal blue. Now I'm showing you that I painted my bunny, and I just gave it one coat. Now I'm going to take my letters and put them on the bunny, and it is going to, I had to carefully put them on there because the letters were a little big, so I don't like to put my letters on in a straight line. Sorry, I had a little frog in my throat. I don't always put my letters on in a straight line, especially here because I had to kind of tilt them to fit them on. But I think sometimes it's more interesting to put your letters on in a tilt. So I got this Gorilla wood glue at Walmart the other day, so I'm using it. And I'm finding the easiest way to put it on is to put some on my paper and then spread it around with my fingers. And then I'm taking a towel and kind of wiping off where it's seeped out. It does dry clear, by the way. All right, so I decided to use a pink tail instead of a white one since my bunny was pink. Now I'm putting a lot of hot glue on the back and pressing it down on my egg, and it stayed very well. Now I'm going to make one of my bows out of that egg wired ribbon that I got at Dollar Tree. So what I do is I take the end of the ribbon and make a tail. Then I fold over the ribbon, deciding how big I want the bow to be. And then I fold it over the other side. Then I pick it up and bend it over, and I make all the loops match. And I fold it over twice so that each side has 2 loops. Then I leave another tail. Then I fold it in half to make sure the loops match. And I'm cutting off the other tail. Then I fold it to make sure that it's even on either side. I'm showing you I have 2 loops on each side. Now I'm going to take my zip tie in the middle and fold it in half and take the zip tie and squinch it together as tight as I can make it. And then pull it as tight as I can. There I go. Now I have my tails. I know they're too long, but I'm going to trim them off. Now I'm going to find the original little hole in the egg, and I'm going to put that zip tie through the original hole in the egg and pull it around to the back and attach the back of the sorry, I'm out of frame. Attach the zip tie to the back of the egg, hot glue it down real well, then take some popsicle sticks and glue it over. And there is my Easter bunny, hop into spring. And I think she came out real cute. And the person that I gifted it to looks after our cat whenever we're gone, and she was very happy with it. So tell me what you think in the comments below. As I played this back, I heard a sound that we are quite accustomed to. What you're hearing is the Blue Angels jets up flying around. So when you hear those jet sounds, it's the Blue Angels. We're about 1.5 miles from the Naval Air Station in Pensacola, and they fly quite frequently, and they buzz our condo quite frequently. So that's what you're hearing, the jets in the background. Hello, Nona here at my channel called Nona's Here. We're at my craft table, and today I am going to do a bunny face wreath. Everything is from Dollar Tree except for my Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch white primer paint and my pink chalk paint. It's folk art home decor chalk paint in vintage Victorian. It's pink. Everything else is from Dollar Tree because Dollar Tree is now running a spring Easter challenge for, it's just Dollar Tree challenge. So everything's from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna start, I got this green hat, Beach Child's hat, and I've already spray painted it because I could only find green. So I spray painted it white. I've cut out the inside of this big wreath ring that's 14 inches. I just cut out the inside of it, and I'm gonna use it for my wreath form. I have this hat that I've already used for part of it, and I'm gonna use it for her bonnet. I have bunny ears. I have the egg ribbon from Dollar Tree. I have 2 packs of the sparkly eggs. I have a pink pom-pom, eyelashes, some little white pipe cleaners, makeup. It came from Dollar Tree. My glue gun, which did not come from Dollar Tree. Some glue sticks, which came from Dollar Tree. Some jewelry to dress her up. Eyelashes, which came from Dollar Tree. Some googly eyes. And of course, lots of flowers back here in the background, which you can't see right now, but I've got a lot of flowers. And so I am going to attach the ring to the hat, the bunny ears, and this hat to make her bonnet to the hat. And I'm just gonna get to crafting. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is hot glue the ring to the child's beach hat. And then I'm going to stretch out those bunny ears so that they will lay down, and I'll hot glue those to the bonnet, or no, to the white hat, and make them lay down underneath the ring. And now I'm going to cut down the white hat that's going to become the bonnet for little Miss Bunny, and I'm going to hot glue it down everywhere that it touches the white hat, which is the face. And now I'm going to make sure it's down as well as I can make it down. It doesn't fit exactly because it's 2 different curves. Now I'm going to put the pink pom-pom on as the nose, and here is a tip. Put the whiskers on before you put the nose on. It's easier that way. Now I'm taking my pink chalk paint and I'm painting the whiskers to let them dry. I've now put the eyes on, and I'm putting the eyelashes on little Miss Bunny so that she's all dressed up for the Easter parade. And those are about as difficult to put on her as they are to put on myself. So I've got her eyelashes on. And now I'm going to, those are the eyelashes that I got at Dollar Tree. I got the most dramatic eyelashes that I could find. Now I'm going to start to put the eggs on as her necklace. And these are sparkly eggs, so you do have to hold them on for a few seconds to make sure that they adhere to the hat. So I put quite a bit of hot glue on them, and then you have to hold them down for a few seconds to make sure that they hold. But they do hold. So now I'm just putting the eggs on at random. And then I'm going to go back, and I think, now I'm decorating her hat. This is the most fun. I take all my flowers and I just randomly put them on her bonnet to decorate her bonnet all up there. I've covered her bonnet with the flowers. I like doing that. Someone said, how do you do that? And I don't really plan it. I just put the flowers on as I like to. Now I've put the whiskers on, and I had to kind of lift her nose up to stick the whiskers underneath her bonnet, underneath her nose. I think you just saw Grumpy Grandpa walk through. Now I have the problem that the ring is sticking out between the eggs. So I have put the tulip leaves on between the eggs to cover the ring. That's sort of like her collar. That's what I made up. Then I took some heavy twine and looped it around and hot glued it to the back. I think she came out quite cute. I have absolutely no expectation of winning, but if you would like to see the many fabulous entries, go to the Dollar Tree Spring Wreath contest. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of entries, and you'll get many ideas for spring wreaths, ideas for making different wreaths. There are many talented crafters who made entries. So, but I like my entry. I think she came out quite cute. Tell me what you think. I hope to see you next time. Remember, I post on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Thanks for visiting. Bye.